Hey everyone, welcome to group break number 293. Today we have an 8-box inner case of 2020-2021 Upper Deck SP Authentic. Our first kind of couple inners were... Our second inner was actually pretty solid. Our first inner was a little bit weird, but like both have had weird hit distribution with like a couple teams just absolutely cleaning up in the break. So we'll see if this one continues that or not. But without further ado, let's get into the randoms. 3 times on the names, 3 times on the teams. Who you line up with is who you get. So here we go. Good luck, everyone. Let's see some good pulls here. It's free agency day. Gaudreau just signed in Columbus, of all places. So here we go. 3 times on the names. Once, twice, third time. Bill on top, Daniel on the bottom. And teams 3 times. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. This is, again, I think Dallas is still the best team to get in the random. So 3 times. Once, twice, third time. They're just the most consistent team by far. So, all right, here we go. Bill, you've got the Carolina Hurricanes. Paul with the Ducks. Emil with the Blues and the Islanders. Danny with the Devils. Gabriel with the Jets. Paul with the Oilers. Kevin with the Senators. Ryan with Chicago. Braden with the Lightning. Alexander with the Red Wings. Lance with the Bruins. Danny, you've got the Wild. That's the go big or go home team. Lance with the Kings. Joseph with the Coyotes. Christopher with the Rangers. Another solid team. Dragondeep, you've got the Sabres. Marshall with the Florida Panthers. Joseph with the Flyers. Brandon, you got the Capitals. They actually pull a lot of autos for some reason. Jason with the Leafs. Ryan with the Penguins. Edward with the Vegas Golden Knights. Nelson with the Avalanche. Justin with the Canucks. Derek, you got the Predators. Jordan with the Stars. Brandon with the Habs. Dennis with the Flames. Dragondeep, you've got the Sharks. And Daniel with the Blue Jackets. There are your teams. I'm going to team viewer in 1 second here. Yeah, the Washington Capitals have been one of the bigger surprises, I think, through 2 cases, just with how much they've hit. Carolina is another one of those teams that just seems to hit for whatever reason. So, all right, final team view. Yes. So there we go. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing good. We'll keep tabs on free agency as the day goes along. Again, there are spots left in the SP mixer later, which is a couple boxes of Authentic, a couple boxes of SPX, a couple boxes of Spagoo, some extended, some Series 1 and Series 2, all from 2021. As in 2020, 2021. Where did I put it? Right here. And again, like SP Authentic is one of those weird products where obviously you want the top teams, but like any team can hit, and if you get an auto, it's like you did well type of thing. So, have been keeping an eye on like teams that have been doing really bad and stuff like that. So yeah. Like Minnesota is Tampa Bay is one of the teams in this actually for Minnesota that like you're going to get cards. You may not get the most valuable cards, but you're going to get cards. So I'll make sure that this all matches up. There's rumors going around that the Canucks have like John Klingberg waiting for a trade because sign with them, which would be I would be happy because I have some Klingberg cards that I'm looking to get rid of. But that'd have to be like a Myers trade, so I don't know what they're gonna do. All right, I don't see anything on the trade front. Gaudreau left somewhere between 15 and 17 million on the table by choosing Columbus over Calgary, apparently. That is wild. Really? That is just wild. Oh yeah, I mean, he'd probably be a max AAV player. There we go, top bottom. Just a note for the master case, I just opened up to make sure the inners were correct. I mean, like, yeah, I get why people might not want to play in Calgary. Like, if you had a choice, especially if your family's in the U.S., I get why. So, all right, case is empty. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, I'd say less media spotlight. I mean, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Ohio winters are great either, right? I mean, it's literally just family, I think, at this point. But then again, also when you're making like $10 million a year minus escrow, money's gonna matter a little bit less. I don't know if they're state tax or not. All right, there's a box number. That one focused nice and easily. Here we go. Start off auto right off the top, and it's we got the true leader, sorry, of Klingberg for the Stars. And Cam Atkinson, sign of the times for Columbus. That one's got a nice crease in the back. See it right there. It's kind of not, I don't know, yeah, you can kind of see it wedged out a little bit. So, Columbus, yeah, they're a weird team in this. So, if you are gonna, I'll try and remember the box number, but it's that one. There we go. Just because what I've been doing lately is that if there's been a card that has like any sort of like very notable imperfection on it, I've just been including the box because if you do want to send it to UD, then that's probably the easiest way. McKinnon for the Avs on the short print. That's weird. There's no other auto here. Suits left for the Senators. I guess it was the bottom, so it'd be bottom of, it could be the top of the next one. Burns for the Sharks. Got traded today. Interesting trade. One of those, I get why San Jose did it, but it does seem underwhelming. Horvat for the Canucks. Canucks making the McKay signing, which is interesting. Red of Sagan for the Stars. Hey, Buffett. I think we did it. Here's our future. Oh, inscribed for the Carolina Hurricanes, Morgan Geekie. There we go. Nice little inscribed future watch auto for the Carolina Hurricanes. Again, one of those sneaky teams in this. May not be the strongest on the checklist, but nice little debut dates inscription. I want the one that says thank you. I think it's, is it Philip Myers that has it? But we have a 3-auto box. Philip Myers for the Philadelphia Flyers on the update. So there we go, 3-auto box. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he probably would have had 50 points if you prorate his last year. The contract is definitely high. But it's not the worst. Calfoot for the Lightning. This spectrum effect seems okay-ish. He's a speedy, like, he is a typical Jim Rutherford type player. I'd rather they at least spend the money on him than pay assets and spend money on, like, Kapanen. Kopitar on the spectrum effects. That one's got a bit of a soft corner. Yeah, Bill, you've had some good stuff lately. Jordan Staal and Jordan Staal 100 for Carolina. Numbered 88 of 100. So, good box one. 3 autos. Philip Myers, probably not the worst one to get because he goes to Tampa. Scheifele for the Jets. That's just a 4-card pack. Okay, not missing anything really, but Pavelski for the Stars. Yeah, some crazy stuff. Like SP Authentic has been pretty wild. They're reminded for the Hurricanes. Again, they just have volume in this. Like a team that has volume in SP Authentic is always a safe team in like a random team break. Quality obviously matters a lot in this product. Laugh for the Rangers. Like you want a team that has a big future watch auto. But again, if you get a Dallas, like your Dallas is I think the best team to get. Fully for the Kings. Because you have a safety net of having a lot of cards and a lot of potential for hits with 2 big future watches, Robertson and Ottinger. Connor for the Jets, and like the Hurricanes don't have a ton of great players, but Bailey for the Islanders on the red. So box 1 is done. 3-auto box, but yeah, Philip Myers might not be the worst player to have stuff with now because he's a member of the Lightning, and like if he does get used there at all, then that's good. 9789. And in terms of release date updates, the only major one of note is that Black Diamond and SP Gaming News both got bumped back. Black Diamond to the 27th. SP Game Use a lot farther back. But in a positive note, Clear Cut from 2020-2021 got bumped up, and typically Clear Cut comes out close to when the Cup does, but obviously that's going to be all up in the air because it's the Cup. All right, here we go. Henderson for the Canucks. Lightning some Petey. Cancel for the Penguins. Uh, it says July 27th, so it could change, but given that they bumped it up, I'm less likely to think that it'll change. It's supposed to be the same date as Black Diamond, which would be weird that they released two products on the same date, but also they need to get products out. McDavid for the Oilers on the red, so it's one of those just like, well, could happen, and they've done it before too. I think we have our an auto here. Oh, oh, that is pretty cool. Sign of the Times of Tyler Johnson to 49, inscribed 2020 champs for the Lightning. The Sign of the Times black parallel, that's pretty cool. Two inscribed autos in first two boxes here. I will say, I know that we were talking today actually for a little bit about how I saw a case that had 3 inscribed autos in it, like 3 Future Watch inscribed autos, and I think they actually had like an inscribed Sign of the Times as well. So next up, auto Ryan McLeod for the Oilers. Not bad. Clear cut should be later this month. Really not much else in the way. This McLeod does have a soft, like a slightly soft right corner. Yeah, it's definitely like indented a little bit, so it's not perfect, but like, I don't know. It's noticeable when you get it in person, but like, yeah, you can kind of see the color change there. So, whoever has Edmonton, if you thinking about sending that in, let me know. Get your box number. Next up, oh, this one's pretty rough. Foodie for the Blue Jackets again. Pretty scratched up and stuff on the Spectrum Effects. We had a Hoglander like that as well. So next, Spectrum Effects of Darling for the Sabres. Kucherov and Yossi to 100 for the Predators. Kucherov for the Lightning. Clear Cut's one that I don't know what format we'll break it in. Probably, I was thinking about it, probably like maybe a hit draft, maybe again, I'm assuming it's a single card per box product like previous years. So maybe hit draft, maybe random hit. I don't know, those just feel like the best methods for that, because otherwise people are just gonna get shut out. Dry settle for the Oilers. We do not. That I am aware of at least, so. O'Reilly for the Blues. So Strome for Chicago. Where's he gonna land? Klingberg for the Stars. Or so, yeah, Klingberg for the Stars. Lee for the Islanders. I will say, insert wise, you normally get like at least one of each of the celebrated moments, and often doubles, sometimes triples. It's pretty wild. Aho for the Hurricanes. Single for the Hurricanes. Celebrated moments of Pavelski for the Stars. And again, Dallas just has so many inserts and stuff that like they just have a lot of cards at the end of the break. Stamkos for the Lightning. Stamkos for the Lightning. Couple of Stamkai. Next box. So far, 2 inscribed autos, 2 boxes. Oh, we'll take that. 955. Hang on one second. I just need to mark this box with what was in it so I don't forget. Just because the foodie's pretty scratched up, the McLeod does have a soft corner. It's not like the worst soft corner in the world, but it's still a soft corner. Alright, box number 3. Well, we hit inscribed autos. I don't know if we actually hit an inscribed Future Watch auto from the last SP Authentic. I want to say no, because I actually think I watched... Yeah, I just actually went through. I was looking through some of our old videos and stuff. Some of our old breaks and seeing like how the hits were and stuff like that and what we pulled. And Tavares for the Leafs. And in one of our SP Authentic boxes, I remember specifically saying, well, I said that we hadn't pulled an inscribed yet. So, and we also hadn't pulled a big name Future Watch auto up until that point. Zuccarello for the Wild. Like just the base Future Watch auto, but then we ended up pulling a Makar in that same break, so. Foley for the Kings. McDavid for the Oilers. Yeah, what's been the most surprising outside of Gaudreau? The most surprising signing, honestly, probably also in Columbus. It's a good Branson deal, right? Like that one kind of is. Whoa, Mantha for the Red Wings. Actually, the Red Wings too with the Red Wings with Furiot. That's a pretty expensive signing. Heiskanen for the Stars. The next break tonight is a mixer featuring SP Authentic, SPX, SP Game Used Extended, Series 1, and Series 2, all from last year. So for the Detroit Red Wings, Darren Helm on the Sign of the Times. Also a cup winner, but decoy. There we go. And this is our third straight inner case with a Peyton Krebs for the Vegas Golden Knights on the Future Watch auto. Well, I like Krebs. I think he's a good player. Corners are fine on this, by the way. So if he ever does turn into anything, we'll have had really good breaks. Spectrum Effects of Khrushchev for Chicago on the level 2. Again, a little bit of a soft corner. Just a common problem for those. Spectrum Effects of Pedersen for the Canucks. That's a single auto. Correct. Oh no, we got the Sign of the Times, right? Yeah, the helm. So. Kyle Connor and Connor McMichael on the Retro Future Watch at 500. Malkin for the Penguins. Rene for the goalie goal for the Predators. Giordano for the Flames. On the retro. Yossi for the Predators. Stamkos for the Bolts. Chuck for the Flames. Kopitar for the Kings. So, another box down. Okay, not great. All right. This one 09764. Yeah, the internet definitely needs to heat up a little bit. Doing scrap autos is nice, don't get me wrong, but a little bit quiet. Yeah, that box was... Again, Krebs, I think, is upper mid tier, with the potential to be in the top tier. So, like, I don't think he's bad, but yeah. Robertson for the Leafs, numbered 42 of 999. Another inscribed Future Watch auto. There we go with the very rare August debut date. I don't know how many times you're going to see an 8 in a debut date, but it's obviously not going to be very often. So, hey, 3 inscribed. I said they run hot, man. I'll put that front and center. That's actually a pretty big pull. That one's actually really solid, so. And Kolazar for Vegas. I swear we pulled like the same Vegas autos in every inner. And they're very consistent in this too. Will we get a third? Bowers on the Spectrum Effects for the Avs. Marner for the Leafs. Kubalik and DiPietro for the Canucks on the non-auto Future Watch. Curious to see where he goes because I think he's going to get traded, but Murray for the Senators. O'Reilly for the Blues. Shen for the Blues. The Blues are another team in this league, though. Pretty wild. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks on the celebrated moment. It's a little bit chipped on the top, but also there can Trangelo for Vegas. There can be French acetate Young Guns. It is pretty wild. Perron for the Blues. Buffett, I have no idea. Suitor for the Wild. Oh, surprise auto. Sign of the Times rookies update of Noah Dobson to 99. Love a surprise auto. That means we probably have a 4 auto box. That's a good auto as well. Hurdle for the Sharks and Sorokin on the Retro Future Watch to 500. All right, this is a weird box. What? What? Sorry, it's I might have to here we'll pull up the TV viewer, that'll be the best way. My Excel sheet has the paste happening. They just don't show up for some reason. I think Excel's broken. Alright. Sorry, 1 second. Let me re-pull this up. That is wild. 1 second here. They just disappeared. I've never seen that happen before. Alright, there we go. Got your team with Vancouver? Yeah, sorry, that was weird. I got the list back. I still had random open, so and obviously we have the team viewer, and then I can go back and watch the video to double check. So here's our other auto. Nemesnikov for the Red Wings. Well, not other auto, it's our 4th auto of the box. So again, if we have a box without autos, that'd be why. Spectrum of O'Reilly for the Blues. Stall for the Sabres. Okay, McMichael for the Capitals on the Future Watch auto. Number 867. Well, that's a 5 auto box with a good Future Watch auto, a great inscribed Future Watch auto, a good update auto. Right, that was 5, right? Yeah, 2 base Future Watch autos, 1 inscribed, 1 numbered Sign of the Times. Like, that's wild. I'm not gonna lie, if the products like didn't have the 0 box autos, not hot boxes like that, is that honestly like I like that from an opening perspective. Like if you run into a hot box, I miss when they did hot boxes. 9606, because I don't know, it's just cool. It's like, oh hey, we have something that's like really cool or really rare happening. And like it doesn't have to be the best box, but like, you know, if you get 5 different autos instead of 2, it's still like, hey, I had a cool box. I got 5 autos, right? All right. Now that Excel is not going to randomly delete itself. Suitor for the Wild. Patch ready for Vegas. Byram for the Avs. Ovechkin for the Capitals. Crosby for the Penguins. Makar for the Avs. Quinn Hughes on the celebrated moments for the Canucks. Parayko for the Blues. Yossi for the Predators. Ovechkin for the Capitals. This feels like it might be the 0 auto box. Huberdeau for the Panthers. Bergeron for the Bruins. That's a patch. Let's save it. Hofer to 999 on the Future Watch auto for the Blues. Not the worst goalie to keep tabs on. Lennox on the FX for the Blue Jackets. Makar on the FX for the Avs. This decoy got dented. Vasilevsky for the Lightning. Gibson for the Ducks. And where does it go? It goes this way. Base card. Here we go. Braden Shen for the Blues on the limited auto materials. This is an update, isn't it, from 1920? Yep, 1920 update. Limited patch auto. Nice 4-color patch auto, too. Like, we'll say that. This is a Blues box. Where did I put the 180? This is a good question. A very good question. Hold up. I need to get 180s out. There we go. All right. Well, it's a patch auto. It's a good player, but it's an update. And I mean, I guess, you know what? It's a patch auto. It looks cool. We'll stand him for now. Nine, 6, 5, 7 on the box numbers. Yep. Just gonna get the base cards out of the way here quickly. All right. Well, we've had a little bit of everything from 2 inscribed Future Watch auto to a 5 auto box to patch auto to Sign of the Times inscribed. A little bit of everything in this break. So, what's box 6 gonna have in store? I'm gonna call our best base Future Watch auto yet. It's got to be like Ottinger. Ovechkin for the Capitals. Patterson for the Canucks. Stamkos for the Bolts. Moment of Byram for the Avs. Yanni Gord for the Bolts. Tavares for the Leafs. Well, there's our third inscribed Future Watch auto, and this time it's Hofer for the Blues. And fun fact, because he didn't debut in time, put his Twitter handle on it. So St. Louis, you got a patch auto and inscribed Future Watch auto. Honestly, it's a 5-stand day. It is a 5-stand day. When they happen, they happen. Just wild. Just absolutely wild. Dellandrea for the Stars. Well, there's your Stars Future Watch auto. Your almost guaranteed Dallas hit. It does feel like we've hit the same Future Watch autos in every inner. Berdine for the Jets on the Spectrum FX. That is a different one with the full portrait look going on there. Uh, yeah, I mean, that's one way of doing it. Panarin for the Rangers. Honestly, it can get confusing to follow and sort. Um, the flip side with a double up or triple up, especially when we do the pairings, and in my opinion at least, you can let me know, but Suzuki for the Habs and Stamkos for the Bolts to 100. With the double ups or triple ups, especially if we do them pairing, like the pairings on average are going to even it out pretty good. That stuff, like the mixing of it like that, can work. It's just also, yeah, it's also a lot more annoying to, like, not annoying, but like harder to sort because, right, like I would essentially have to put a stop every time and then mark which ones, especially if it's within the same product. It can get very confusing to do that. So I would just honestly would rather just do 4 smaller breaks than doing that. Especially for the capitals, because really all you're doing is just buying into, like, you're buying. So, like, say you're doing an SP authentic one, and they do it so it's every half the case you have a different set of teams. Um, yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, that's fair. Or for the Bruins, that is fair. But like, yeah, it is. It's one of those weird formats where it can be very confusing to do. Nugent Hopkins for the Oilers, and it is like Shogun said there. It's one of the hardest. It's one of the ones where cards can go missing the easiest, and it can get very confusing. Point for the Lightning. Um, but yeah, like there's pros and cons to every. Yeah, there's pros and cons to every format. So, format for the Canucks. Like, I'm not against doing something like that, but like it's no different than posting, like, so what we do instead of that is that we just divide the case into 2 inners. Marchand for the Bruins, like, or so like 2 breaks. So we do a 4-box break and then a 4-box break. That's essentially all it is. It's just rolled into one. So Larkin for the Red Wings. Yeah, like it's a cool format for, like, especially specific products. Like a case of National Treasures is a good example, but yeah, yeah, the price would be it'd be a little bit over, like slightly over half, um, but wouldn't be that much more. Just because, again, you're factoring in, like, there's other things you have to factor into it. So, but yeah, I think I like keeping it simple. Just because keeping it simple is less confusing. For myself, for everyone that comes in here, and so, like, yeah. 9790, by the way, on the box numbers. Like, there are pros to it, there are cons to it. Um, yeah. Point for the Lightning. So, yeah, like, again, if we were to do something like that, we would just do 2 4 boxes. So, try to mix it up. Klingberg for the Stars. Try to mix formats up a little bit. I know it's like there's some breakthrough that's a little bit tougher with some random teams because, like, some teams just aren't as good as others. Sundin for the Leafs. But Matthews for the Leafs. But yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, like, and again, like, I'm always up for, like, talking about formats and stuff like that. Gallagher for the Habs. It's just I'm just giving like feedback on why I'm kind of hesitant to do those types of formats. Just because it's a lot more legwork and a lot of like legwork is not the proper term to use, but like there's a lot more potential for confusion and something to go wrong and an argument to happen. And like one of the main goals that I want to have is just pure transparency over everything, like as much as possible. Just because I think trust is one of the biggest things. Quinn Hughes for the Canucks, like, and anything that has the potential to possibly break that trust even a little bit, like say, or like anything that can happen, but say during a 4-box mix, like, the team randoms again and you get a bad team. Jason Robertson on the update Future Watch auto for the Dallas Stars. Or not update Future Watch auto, retro Future Watch auto. That's what I mean. Jeez, this is very similar to our first case, minus all the inscribes. What do we knock off? I think the Geeky's been up here the longest, so I think we knocked that one off. And that goes there. I think the Robertson's a better hit still, but yeah. And always up to like break formats, new and old. Like Nigel for the Sharks. There we go. It's been a while since we did a Shark, so I've even thought about doing like a team pick, like an old school team draft. Those obviously take a while, but like we'd have a default list, and if you're not there, it'd go by the default list. So we'll see. Shemilevsky for the Sharks. Fisher for the Devils. But yeah, I like talking through as to like why those formats can also be issues, because like every format has its issues. There very rarely there isn't a perfect format really. Svechnikov for the Hurricanes. I would say there isn't a perfect format outside of drafting, like just a pure straight on hit draft. Snake style, like that is the yeah, exactly. That's the only, I guess the only kickback to a draft is the time. And I was just about to say that. Palmieri for the Devils. Like, that is the biggest reason to not do a draft. So, Jordan Stahl for the Hurricanes. Because, like, group picks originally started with team picks over random teams. You have your, who made it? Was it Subterfuge, I think, might have been the, like, person that made the team pick thing that you used to follow along, leave for the Islanders, but it was like essentially a little thing that you click once the team gets picked. So, oh yeah, exactly. Like that's the cons to drafting. Lafreniere for the Rangers. So like everything has pros and cons in terms of like value for players, like or for like people in like purchasing the breaks. Obviously, draft is going to be the best. Like it's going to just be the best on average value. Heiskanen for the Stars because you're guaranteed stuff. The Banjad for the Rangers. And Grubauer for the Avs. Oh yeah, and like that's very fair, but that's also why like if we did a team draft, it'd be, hey, here's what I would go by for the list. If you need advice, follow the list within reason. If you just trust my pick, you can trust my pick, and that's fine. Like, I think something like that would be fine, but it'd just take longer. So like, we'd honestly probably do like the team random for that one day, and then or like do the draft order random, and then have the draft occur over a few days. So 9658, but I don't know, maybe when you get to like a special break number, we'll do a cool format like that. Or if we get like some really old school product in there somehow. I don't know. All right. Final blocks. I mean, this inner's been good. Like 3 inscribed Future Watch autos, one being Robertson. Update future or retro Future Watch auto of Robertson, a good patch auto. Another inscribed card. I mean, a 5 auto box. We had a 3 auto box as well. So, been a good little inner. Brett Hall for the Blues. Oh yeah, that's a good way as well. That's for the Canucks. I will caution and say that sometimes, especially at release, some teams are way overvalued and some teams are way undervalued. Here's up for the Wild. I mean, yeah. Pick your team breaks. The best way to do a pick your team break is to have the best team as a free team, and every team you have is a chance to get that team. McDavid for the Oilers, simply from a, hey, you can throw like $15 on the Wild or like $15 on, I don't know, for Series 2. You could throw $10 on the Kraken and end up with like the Red Wings, for example, if we did that. Hellbuck for the Jets, right? Like, you're literally buying a scratch ticket at that point, but not quite, but you know what I mean. So, Tuck for Vegas. Series 2 is the no, Series 2 is like insane. Sign of the Times of Justin Bailey for the Islanders. Oh yeah, normally they catch on pretty quickly. Like, everyone kind of catches on pretty quickly. There are times where they go undervalued just because the players stay undervalued. I mean, like Dallas in Series 1, for example, in 2020, 2021, stayed undervalued for a while. But Buffett Series 2 is like insane. You legitimately have Habs is for Habs it's Cole Caulfield or bust. Never mind. I thought you meant product in general. Joel Persson for the Oilers. This is our second time getting his update. But yeah, Habs is pretty much Caulfield or bust. Yeah, very much the case. I mean, you have Elon who's not horrible. Hey, newest member of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Matt Murray, for the Penguins on the update auto. So 2 updates. That's kind of a funny box. Spectrum Effects of Eichel for the Sabres. I'm not sure, actually. I haven't checked in a couple minutes. I know there are 5 spots left. Robert, yeah, that's the way to go. Ooh, nice. Kaprizov on the Retro Future Watch to 500 with a Kemper for the Yotes behind it. That's a cool card. Yeah, I normally whip together Excel sheets just with like the average hits per team and stuff like that, so I can understand like who's going to be good quantity wise. Because like I go quantity and quality, so Matthews for the Leafs. I tend to focus on, it depends on the product, but I try to focus on quantity first. Like, that's a priority because it is random. Stamkos for the Lightning, and hitting something is better than hitting nothing. And if it's like, so for example, in this break you have Dallas and Minnesota, and someone offers to trade me Minnesota for Dallas, I am taking that every single day, or I'm taking Dallas over Minnesota every day of the week. Renee for the Predators. Barry for the Oilers. Couple packs to go here. Pretty insane inner. Like, honestly, pretty insane inner. Very happy with it. Horvat for the Canucks. Our patch could have been better, but 3 inscribed Future Watch autos, 1 inscribed Sign of the Times. Jason Robertson. Sagan for the Stars. a cool patch auto, a retro of a good player in Resolve. And Yandel for the Panthers. So there's the break. All right, recap time. But yeah. Let me put this away. And we'll do the recap. Pretty wild winner with our 3 inscribes. All right. Hits of the break. Well, this one goes in the middle. That one goes there. That can go on top. That goes there. 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 Cool. Something like this. And then resolve it here. All right. Here we go. Recap time. Stamkos for lightning to 100 on the retro gold. Sorokin on the Future Watch 500. Nice card there. DiPietro on the non-auto Future Watch, retro Future Watch of McMichael to 500. So 2 good names there. Yossi and Stahl on the hundreds. Into our autos, we got a lot of autos. Nemesnikov, Sign of the Times, Bailey, Sign of the Times, Matt Murray update for the Penguins. We'll say it does have like some smudge marks down there, which is kind of weird. Atkinson for Columbus on the retro Sign of the Times. Helm for the Red Wings. Future Watch autos are Nijov, Delandrea, Hofer, McMichael, Kolesar, McLeod, Philip Myers, retro from last year. That's an update. Pearson from last year, update. Krebs as probably our best base Future Watch auto. Rookie Sign of the Times update from last year of Dobson. We got a Kaprizov to 500 on the Future Watch retro. Not on it, obviously, but still pretty cool. And then let's start with the top hits of the break. I guess we're going to go with the Braden Shen patch auto as like the 6th best hit. It's nice 4-color patch auto. It's, again, an update from last year. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just not as cool as the other stuff. We'll go with the Tyler Johnson to 49 on the gold Sign of the Times Ice, black Sign of the Times inscribed with 2022 champs. It's because, I mean, hey, it's inscribed that they won the cup that year. That's pretty cool. I mean, hey, Jason Robertson on the retro Future Watch. 2nd time we pulled this guy. And then we'll go Geeky on the inscribed for the 3rd best of the break. Nice little inscribed Future Watch auto. Hofer to 999 on the inscribed Future Watch auto. And hit of the break. Gotta be the Nick Robertson inscribed Future Watch auto to 99, well, to 50, I guess. But also just because it's an August debut date. Like, never gonna see one of those again, really. So, anyways, that's a break. Pretty wild, actually. How many autos did we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 autos in total from that break, which is out of 8 boxes. I mean, you're supposed to get 2 per box. So we got 5 extra. Pretty wild. Good stuff here. All right, so I'll see how many spots are left in the next break. But yeah, thanks for watching this break.